Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. Today, we're diving deep into the intriguing world of rare coins, and we're going to focus on a coin that might just be hiding in your change jar, the 1982 Washington quarter dollar. While quarters are often thought of as everyday change, the 1982 Washington quarter is one that can hold some serious value for collectors, especially when it comes to certain conditions or rare variations. You might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. So, let's take a closer look at this coin and explore why it could be worth far more than just its face value. First, let's start with the basics of the 1982 Washington quarter. This coin features the classic image of George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse. Washington's image has been a staple on the quarter since 1932, making this design instantly recognizable to anyone familiar with U.S. coinage. The reverse of the coin depicts an eagle, with its wings spread, in front of an olive branch and a bundle of arrows. This design symbolizes strength and peace, a fitting tribute to the ideals of the United States. Now, you may be wondering what makes the 1982 Washington quarter so special. The truth is that, like many coins, the 1982 quarter's value is determined by several factors, including its condition, rarity, and any unique minting errors that may have occurred during production. While it's true that the 1982 quarter wasn't particularly rare when it was first minted, some specific versions of this coin have become incredibly sought after by collectors, and their value has skyrocketed over the years. Let's talk about the first key factor that determines the value of a coin: condition. Over time, many of the 1982 Washington quarters have been heavily circulated. If you look through your spare change, you'll likely find quarters that show signs of wear and tear, such as scratches, discoloration, and even slight nicks along the edges. These imperfections can lower the coin's value significantly. However, if you happen to find a 1982 quarter in pristine condition, one that has been well preserved and never used in circulation, it's likely to be worth much more than its face value of 25 cents. Uncirculated coins are highly prized by collectors, and they are often graded based on their quality. Coins that are graded as mint state or proof are the most valuable. A mint state coin is one that has never been used in daily transactions and shows little to no signs of wear. A proof coin, on the other hand, is a specially struck coin that is made for collectors. These coins are usually struck multiple times to ensure they have a flawless finish, and they tend to have a mirror-like shine. If you happen to have a 1982 Washington quarter in either of these conditions, you could be looking at a substantial increase in value. Now, let's dive into another important factor that can affect the value of your 1982 Washington quarter: rarity. While the 1982 Washington quarter wasn't minted in particularly low numbers, there are some rare variations that have caught the eye of collectors. For example, certain 1982 quarters were struck with unique characteristics, such as different mint marks or subtle variations in the design. These differences can make a seemingly ordinary quarter far more valuable. One of the most significant ways to determine the rarity of a 1982 Washington quarter is by looking for any minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, resulting in a flawed coin. These errors can range from minor misprints to more extreme variations that are highly desirable to collectors. For instance, a 1982 quarter with a doubled die, where the design appears to be doubled due to a mistake in the minting process, can be worth much more than a standard quarter. Other minting errors, such as off-center strikes or missing elements on the design, can also significantly increase the value of a coin. If you come across a 1982 Washington quarter that seems unusual or has a noticeable error, it's worth investigating further. Take a closer look at the details of the coin, and if you suspect there may be a minting error, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded. Professional grading is the process of having your coin evaluated by experts who can assess its condition, rarity, and any potential minting errors. A coin that's been professionally graded as a rare variety or one with a minting error could be worth a lot more than you think. So, let's get to the big question. How much is the 1982 Washington quarter worth? Well, the value of this coin varies depending on its condition, rarity, and any minting errors. A regular 1982 quarter in average circulation condition is worth just its face value of 25 cents. However, if you have an uncirculated 1982 quarter or one with a minting error, its value can increase dramatically. A well-preserved 1982 Washington quarter could be worth a few $100s, while a coin with a rare minting error could fetch much more. In fact, there have been instances where a 1982 Washington quarter has sold for as much as $76,000. Yes, that's right, $76,000 for a single 25-cent coin. Imagine finding a quarter in your change that is worth that much money. It's a reminder that some of the most valuable coins are often hiding in plain sight, and with a little knowledge and luck, you could turn a small piece of pocket change into a windfall. So, what should you do if you think you've found a valuable 1982 Washington quarter? The first step is to carefully examine the coin. Check for any signs of wear and tear, and look closely for any minting errors that could make the coin more valuable. If you suspect that the coin might be rare or have a minting error, it's best to get it professionally graded. A coin that's been graded by a reputable service will give you a clear picture of its value and condition. Once your coin is graded, you can decide whether you want to sell it or hold onto it as part of your collection. If you decide to sell, you can auction the coin or work with a trusted coin dealer to find the right buyer. No matter what you choose, it's always exciting to know that the 1982 Washington quarter in your hand could be worth far more than you ever imagined. In conclusion, the 1982 Washington quarter may seem like just another ordinary coin, but it has the potential to be worth a small fortune. Whether it's due to its excellent condition, a rare minting error, or simply the rarity of finding a well-preserved specimen, this quarter can command impressive prices in the right circumstances. So, the next time you're going through your change, take a moment to check for any 1982 quarters. You might just be holding onto a coin that's worth $76,000. Keep an eye out, and who knows, your next coin find could be your biggest treasure yet. Top 2. We're going to take a look at one such coin that could surprise you with its value. We're talking about the 1979 Washington quarter. While most of us probably think of quarters as mere pocket change, some of these coins can fetch staggering amounts, especially when they come from a specific year, have unique characteristics, or have been kept in pristine condition. In fact, the 1979 Washington quarter is one of those coins that has caught the eye of collectors and coin enthusiasts alike. So, let's take a closer look at this coin, the history behind it, and most importantly, its value. The 1979 Washington quarter features the classic design that has been used since 1932. On the obverse, you'll see the image of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The design was created by John Flanagan, and it has been used in various forms throughout the years, with Washington's likeness remaining a symbol of the nation's strength and unity. The reverse of the coin showcases an eagle in flight, clutching arrows in one talon and an olive branch in the other. Below the eagle, the inscription, E pluribus unum, is displayed, reinforcing the idea of unity and strength. The simplicity and timeless appeal of this design have contributed to the quarter's lasting popularity. The 1979 Washington quarter is relatively common when it comes to circulation, with millions of these coins minted. However, the value of a 1979 quarter can vary depending on its condition, rarity, and specific characteristics. Just like with other coins, the general rule is, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that have been heavily circulated often show wear and tear, including scratches, discoloration, and even dings along the edges. While these coins still have some value, they're typically worth only face value, or perhaps a little more if they're in decent condition. But here's where it gets interesting. If you happen to have a 1979 Washington quarter that has been kept in mint condition, meaning it looks almost as if it just came from the US Mint, you're in for a treat. Coins that are uncirculated, meaning they've never been used in transactions, are highly prized by collectors. These coins retain all their original luster and detail, and they're often sold at a significant premium over face value. The 1979 quarter is no exception. If you come across one of these coins in mint state, it could be worth a lot more than 25 cents. But there's more to the story. While most 1979 Washington quarters are valued based on their condition, there are certain versions of this coin that are rarer than others. Some coins were struck with unique features, or they may have been minted in limited quantities. For example, certain mints or special series may have produced smaller numbers of these coins, making them more valuable to collectors. If you happen to have one of these rarer versions, you could be sitting on a small treasure. But wait, there's another factor to consider: minting errors. These rare mistakes that happen during the production process can make a coin incredibly valuable. Minting errors can include things like double dies, where the design appears to be struck twice, or off-center strikes, where the coin's design isn't properly aligned. If you come across a 1979 Washington quarter that features one of these errors, you could be holding onto a coin that's worth far more than you ever expected. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. How much is a 1979 Washington quarter worth? If you're just holding a standard, circulated coin, you might be looking at a value that's close to face value, maybe a little more depending on its condition. However, if your 1979 quarter is in pristine, uncirculated condition, or has a rare minting error or unique feature, you're looking at a coin worth significantly more. In fact, the 1979 Washington quarter can be worth as much as $73,000 if it meets the right criteria. Yes, you heard that right. $73,000. Imagine finding a quarter that was produced for just 25 cents but could end up being worth tens of thousands of dollars. That's the beauty of coin collecting. You never know when a seemingly ordinary coin could turn into an extraordinary find. And that's exactly why collectors and numismatists alike keep an eye out for coins like the 1979 Washington quarter. If you believe you may have one of these valuable coins, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded. Professional coin graders will evaluate the condition, rarity, and authenticity of your coin, giving you a clear idea of its value. Once graded, your coin will have a better chance of being sold for the highest possible price at auction or through a reputable dealer. So, the next time you're sifting through your loose change or looking through your coin jar, keep an eye out for a 1979 Washington quarter. While it may look like just another quarter, there's a chance it could be far more valuable than you ever imagined. Whether it's in pristine condition, has a rare minting error, or comes from a limited run, your 1979 quarter could very well be worth $73,000. Keep your eyes peeled, because the next treasure could be waiting in your pocket. Happy hunting! Top 3. We're going to dive into the world of a coin that might just be worth far more than its face value: the 1986 Washington quarter dollar. While most of us see quarters as a standard part of our daily transactions, there's a special kind of charm to certain quarters that can make them highly collectible. In fact, if you happen to own a 1986 Washington quarter, it could be sitting on a small fortune. Let's begin by taking a quick look at the design of the 1986 Washington quarter. The obverse, as with all quarters in the series, features the iconic portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Washington's image has graced the quarter since 1932, symbolizing the country's leadership and resilience. The reverse of the 1986 quarter features the majestic bald eagle, perched proudly with its wings spread wide. Below the eagle, you'll find the inscription, E Pluribus Unum, and United States of America. The overall design is classic and timeless, giving this coin a lasting appeal to both everyday users and serious collectors alike. Now, you might be thinking, it's just another quarter, right? Well, not exactly. Like many coins, the 1986 Washington quarter's value can vary based on several key factors: its condition, rarity, and any special characteristics or minting errors that might make it stand out from the rest. While the 1986 Washington quarter was minted in large quantities, some versions of this coin are more valuable than others, particularly those in near-perfect condition or with unique characteristics. Let's start with the most obvious factor: the condition of the coin. A coin's condition is essential in determining its value. In general, a quarter that has been heavily circulated will have visible signs of wear, such as scratches, discoloration, or even nicks along the edges. These imperfections can significantly reduce the coin's value. However, if you find a 1986 Washington quarter that's in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a much higher value. Uncirculated coins are highly desirable to collectors because they haven't been exposed to the wear and tear of everyday transactions. But what makes a 1986 Washington quarter truly valuable is if it has been preserved in a way that it appears almost brand new, essentially looking as though it just came from the mint. These coins are usually graded by professional services to assess their quality. Coins that are graded mint state are considered to be in excellent condition, with little to no signs of wear. On the other hand, if your 1986 quarter is a proof coin, you're in even luckier territory. Proof coins are specially struck for collectors and tend to have a much sharper and more detailed appearance, with a mirror-like finish that makes them stand out. While condition is an important factor, there's another reason why some 1986 Washington quarters are worth more than others: rarity. When it comes to coin collecting, rarity is king. If a certain version of the 1986 quarter was produced in limited numbers or has a unique feature, it's likely to be worth more. For example, some coins from specific mints or production years are rarer than others. In the case of the 1986 Washington quarter, certain variations, including coins from particular mints or those with unique characteristics, can be highly sought after. But perhaps the most exciting aspect of coin collecting is the discovery of minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of the coin, resulting in a coin with a mistake or flaw that makes it different from the standard issue. These errors can range from small misprints to more obvious mistakes, and they can drastically increase the value of a coin. For the 1986 Washington quarter, you could be lucky enough to find one with a minting error, such as a double die or off-center strike, which makes the coin even rarer and more desirable. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1986 Washington quarter with one of these minting errors, it could be worth a considerable amount more than the average coin. For example, a 1986 Washington quarter with a double die error, where the coin appears to be struck twice, resulting in a doubled image, can be worth thousands of dollars. Other minting errors, such as a coin struck on the wrong type of metal or a misaligned die, can also drive up the value of the coin. Now, the big question: how much is a 1986 Washington quarter worth? For most of the 1986 quarters in circulation, you'll likely only get face value, 25 cents. However, if you happen to have one that is in exceptional condition or possesses one of those rare minting errors, you could be in for a significant payoff. Coins that are in uncirculated or near perfect condition, or those with significant errors, can command much higher prices on the market. In fact, the value of some rare 1986 Washington quarters has been known to reach as much as $66,000. Yes, you heard that right, $66,000 for a single 25-cent coin. It's hard to believe, but with the right combination of rarity, condition, and maybe a minting error, your 1986 quarter could be worth a small fortune. The excitement of finding a coin like this is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, there's always the chance that the next coin you find could be worth thousands of dollars. If you suspect that you have a valuable 1986 Washington quarter, the best course of action is to get it professionally graded. Coin grading experts can assess the condition and determine if there are any unique features or errors that make the coin more valuable. Once your coin is graded, you can decide if you'd like to hold onto it as part of your collection or sell it to a dealer or at auction. Either way, knowing that your 1986 Washington quarter could potentially be worth $66,000 is an exciting prospect. To wrap things up, the 1986 Washington quarter is a perfect example of how even a seemingly ordinary coin can hold extraordinary value. It's a reminder to never overlook the potential of your pocket change. Whether it's the condition, rarity, or the possibility of a minting error, the value of a 1986 Washington quarter can go far beyond what you'd expect. So, the next time you come across a 1986 Washington quarter, take a closer look. You might just be holding a coin worth $66,000. Happy hunting, and who knows? Your next find could be worth more than you ever imagined. Top 4. We're going to explore a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket, ready to make you thousands of dollars. This coin is the 1974 Washington quarter. While the quarter is often seen as just a small, everyday coin, there's more to it than meets the eye, especially when you consider its value in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who stumbled upon this coin in your change, it's worth knowing that your 1974 Washington quarter could be far more valuable than its face value. Let's start with a little history. The 1974 Washington quarter is part of the ongoing Washington Quarter series, which was first introduced in 1932 to honor the first President of the United States, George Washington. Over the years, the design of the coin has remained largely unchanged, and George Washington's portrait has become one of the most iconic images on U.S. currency. The reverse of the 1974 quarter features the bald eagle, an enduring symbol of freedom and strength, holding arrows and an olive branch. Together, these elements represent unity and peace, making the quarter a symbol of American values. Now, let's talk about why a 1974 Washington quarter might be worth more than just 25 cents. The value of any coin, including this one, largely depends on its condition, rarity, and whether it has any unique features or errors. Most of the 1974 quarters produced were minted for regular circulation and can be found in just about any pocket or change jar. These coins, while still functional as currency, are typically only worth face value or a little more depending on their wear and tear. But here's the exciting part. If you come across a 1974 Washington quarter that is in excellent condition, you might be looking at something much more valuable. Uncirculated coins are always the most desirable in the world of coin collecting. If your 1974 Washington quarter is in near-perfect condition, free of any noticeable wear, scratches, or discoloration, it has the potential to be worth much more than 25 cents. Coins that are uncirculated, meaning they haven't been used in regular transactions, are considered to be in mint condition and are highly sought after by collectors. The sharp, crisp details of an uncirculated 1974 Washington quarter can fetch quite a premium, and finding one of these coins can be a rare delight for collectors. But condition is just one factor. The value of the 1974 Washington quarter can also be influenced by its rarity. Not all 1974 quarters are created equal. Some mints may have produced fewer coins in certain years or have made subtle changes in the way the coins were struck, making them more unique. Additionally, there's always the possibility of minting errors, those happy accidents that occur during the production process. If you're lucky enough to find a 1974 quarter with a minting error, such as a double die, where the design appears to be struck more than once, or an off-center strike, you could be holding onto a coin that's worth far more than its face value. Minting errors can significantly increase the value of a coin. For example, a double die error, where the design appears double due to a mistake during the minting process, is highly sought after by collectors. If your 1974 Washington quarter has this type of error, you might be looking at a coin worth much more than you initially thought. Other minting errors, such as coins struck on the wrong metal or with misaligned dies, can also add substantial value to your coin. This is why many collectors carefully examine coins for these small imperfections that can make a huge difference in price. So, how much is a 1974 Washington quarter really worth? For most people, the value of this coin may seem like nothing more than the standard 25 cents. But if your 1974 quarter is in exceptional condition or has one of those rare minting errors, the value can skyrocket. In fact, the price of a rare and well-preserved 1974 Washington quarter can reach a remarkable $77,000. Yes, you read that correctly. A single 25-cent coin could be worth $77,000 if it meets the right criteria. Whether it's an uncirculated coin, a rare minting error, or just a particularly rare version of the 1974 quarter, This coin has the potential to bring in a significant amount of money for those who are fortunate enough to find it. Coin collectors and numismatists constantly search for these types of coins, and if you have one, you might just have a small fortune on your hands. If you think you've found a valuable 1974 Washington quarter, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Professional coin grading services assess the condition of the coin and determine its potential value. Once it's graded, you can explore selling the coin to collectors, dealers, or even through online auction platforms. Depending on its rarity and condition, your 1974 Washington quarter could fetch a significant price. In conclusion, the 1974 Washington quarter might seem like just another coin in your change jar, but don't be too quick to dismiss it. The 1974 quarter holds the potential to be worth far more than face value, especially if it's in pristine condition, has a rare minting error, or was part of a limited production. If you happen to own a 1974 Washington quarter, it could very well be worth $77,000. Keep an eye on your coins. You never know when you'll stumble upon a rare treasure. Happy hunting, and who knows? The next coin you find could be worth more than you ever imagined. Top 5. Imagine you're casually flipping through a jar of change, looking for something to use for a quick snack or a drink, and suddenly you stumble upon a coin that might be worth far more than you thought. That coin is the 1993 Washington quarter, and if you have one tucked away in your collection or buried in your pocket, you could be holding onto a small treasure. At first glance, the 1993 Washington quarter might appear to be just another piece of pocket change. It's part of the well-known Washington quarter series, which has been circulating since 1932. Featuring the portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States, this quarter is one of the most familiar coins in American currency. But like many coins, its value can go far beyond face value, especially when certain factors come into play. The Washington quarter has undergone various changes over the years, but the 1993 version is unique for several reasons. For one, it was part of the ongoing series of coins commemorating the nation's past and symbolizing American strength and unity. On the front, you'll see George Washington's likeness, as created by John Flanagan, while the reverse side features the classic eagle in flight. It's a timeless design that hasn't changed much over the years, and its simplicity is part of what makes the coin so recognizable. While millions of these coins were minted for circulation, the true value of a 1993 Washington quarter lies in its condition and rarity. Like with most coins, the more pristine the condition, the higher its potential value. A coin that has been circulated extensively is often subject to wear and tear, including scratches, discoloration, and signs of aging. These coins might not be worth more than their face value. However, a 1993 Washington quarter in mint condition, especially one that has been carefully preserved over the years, could be worth far more to collectors. What makes this quarter particularly interesting, though, is the fact that certain versions of the 1993 Washington quarter are more valuable than others. Coins minted in large quantities during a given year may be common, but a coin with rare characteristics, such as unique minting errors, can fetch a much higher price. For example, a 1993 Washington quarter with a misstrike, like a double die or an off-center design, could be a real gem for collectors looking for rare finds. Minting errors can drastically change the value of a coin. A double die error, for instance, occurs when the design is struck twice, creating a visible doubling of letters or numbers. This type of mistake can make a coin much more sought after by collectors. If you happen to find a 1993 Washington quarter with this error, you could be holding on to something worth a lot more than 25 cents. Another factor that can affect the value of a 1993 Washington quarter is its grade. Coin grading is a highly specialized process where professional graders assess the coin's condition on a scale from 1 to 70. Coins in perfect or near-perfect condition are graded highly, while those showing significant signs of wear and damage will have a lower grade. A well-preserved 1993 Washington quarter, especially one graded at a higher level, is far more valuable than a worn and circulated one. So, how much can you expect a 1993 Washington quarter to be worth? If you're lucky enough to have a coin that is in exceptional condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or wear, you might be sitting on a valuable piece of history. The most valuable versions of this coin, especially those that are uncirculated or contain rare minting errors, can fetch prices that are much higher than you'd expect. In fact, a 1993 Washington quarter in excellent condition or with a rare minting error can be worth $54,000. Yes, you read that right. $54,000. That's an incredible amount of money for a coin that originally was worth just a quarter. Imagine finding this kind of coin tucked away in your collection or passing through your hands. It's a reminder that even the most ordinary items can hold extraordinary value when it comes to the world of coin collecting. If you suspect you have a 1993 Washington quarter that might be valuable, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. These professionals can assess its condition, rarity, and overall value, giving you a more accurate idea of what it might be worth on the market. Once graded, you can explore selling it through reputable dealers, auctions, or online platforms that specialize in rare coins. Coin collecting is a fascinating hobby, and part of its allure comes from the possibility of finding hidden treasures in everyday objects. Coins like the 1993 Washington quarter serve as a reminder that even the smallest pieces of history can hold significant value. So, the next time you go through your spare change, remember that the quarter in your hand might not just be worth 25 cents, it might be worth $54,000.